v.h.s.x? What do you mean?
Alright everybody, welcome back to another Binding of Isaac video. Today we're doing the speed challenge. The objective of this challenge is to get through the run as quick as possible. So the idea here is speed, ultimately in the name. We have to be the Flash, get through things really fast, and we obviously are going to be doing that. Now this will be post commentary style, as I have recorded this like a while ago. And I haven't seen the run in a long time, so definitely can go in at least blind relatively to the run here. Now we pick up the duct tape trinket. And Hemolacria, one of the best items I would say to get for a run like this, but even for a run in general. And we also pick up the Ansuz rune. But Hemolacria, as you can see what it does, it's with each shot it splashes and flies off into more shots, and that all scales off damage. So obviously we have about 7 damage now after picking it up, and we just can continue on to the next room. Now this one in particular, I wanted to make sure that I adjusted the barrels accordingly so I don't take extra damage. So we are taking the time out to position the barrels in a good way, and then blowing up the bottom barrels to create that little pattern there. And then we continue on to the next room. So obviously, great item to start. We also are going through the rooms really fast. We have a really good item. It's also sort of like using the I am excited pill, but just infinitely. So we move very fast. The game moves very fast, and it is very fun seeing it, in real time, and also just, basically just going through a really fast run. So it is quite fun, I will say. We're also able to do some very good splash damage. Even if we missed a shot, it's also just being able to land regardless. It kind of creates a little like arcing shot as well. We also pick up the ball of bandages and move on quickly to the next floor. So the boss fight that we are going to be encountering in this run is going to be Mom's Heart. Now it is a very common boss, a very very starter boss. But it is a fast run, and we're definitely keeping it that way. Now we have access to an active item, and the question is, which one will I be picking? We pick up Bookworm. Obviously, we pick up the Book of Belial, because that's ultimately what we want, as it does increase our damage even further when we activate it. We also have Bookworm, allowing for a couple of upgrades, like tiers. We also are able to, on occasion, shoot an extra shot, which also will help a lot with Hemolacria. It's a very, very fantastic item, and it's very good. Now, obviously, you can also notice that the orbital I'm using is not rotating. That's because of the duct tape trinket that we're picking up, so it holds the trinket in place, like whenever you pick it up. So that is the idea with that. Now, it can also, the duct tape, as a low tier as it may be considered, is still quite useful depending on the orbital that you have. So if you do pick up that like that prism type of item that does, or creates that little orbital that you can enhance your shots, definitely very useful. I also went and used the Ansuz so I can see where the secret room is, see where the mapping is, and which I probably could have saved it for the next floor, but I had figured we are moving very quickly here, and we want to continue to move very quickly. We end up getting Lemon Mishap. I pick it up just to get it out of the item pool, if that is how that works, and then we continue on to the next boss fight. Ideally, we're moving as quickly as we can. We're going against the Duke of Flies. We activate Book of Belial to raise up our damage to 11.26. Clearing the boss even faster. We get yet another damage upgrade with Jesus Juice, and I had figured that I will skip the Devil deal, as both of them did not really meet the standard that I had wanted to meet in terms of picking up the items. And I figured that because we're speed running here, I'm trying to move quickly, because ultimately in order to win you have to move fast, or I think the run itself will kill you. So the object of the run is truly just speed, and that's ultimately what we're going for. Now, Hemolacria is a great start. We also had gotten a damage up, so now we're at 8.78 damage. So that is ultimately what we're looking for, because damage is going to be key, especially with a run that requires speed, because it is for quicker time to kill. So now we have Perthrow. We use it on the item and then pick up Blood of the Martyr, raising our damage to a whopping 10.50. Basically allowing us to one-shot a good majority of the enemies. You also got the Golden Bomb, which means that we're able to go for a secret room if we have the time to do so, which isn't always the case. We just activated the pill anyway, just out of curiosity. We also open up the chest, get a couple of items, and then we just continue on. As you can see, like now Hemolacria, I hope that's how you pronounce that. Or is it Hemolacria? It is, obviously with Bookworm, giving us that boost in stats as the transformation goes. The item itself splashing around and doing damage, or damage being so high as it is, we're basically able to clear the rooms very quickly, which is the object of the game. Now we're going against Peep. Now our damage is now at a 19.92 with the Book of Belial. So holding on to the Book of Belial was the best play. And as you can see, we're able to, dodge up very, very quickly, and also be able to clear out, Peep very quickly. We also got range and luck up. We also just got ourselves Sacred Heart, raising our damage to a 25.65, only halfway through the run. Truly a god run for this challenge. And you'll see shortly what Sacred Heart does. It has homing and damage, so wherever I shoot the initial shots, it'll go ahead and follow the target, and continue to obviously do damage.
Maybe 5.
Now, as you can see here, we go ahead and spot the Tinted Rock. We go ahead, as you can see, I think Sacred Heart is stacking with Hemolacria here, so like the extra follow-up shots I believe are flying into the other targets, which made it even stronger, because now we're able to cover rooms entirely with tears, and it will completely work out. Now we're also picking up knockout drops. Now knockout drops gives knockback when, like, on a chance of a tear hitting, has a chance to knock back the enemy that it hits. And sometimes it can knock into walls and it'll deal extra damage. As you can see, because it'll turn into a fist. That's how you'll know that the shot is active. We raise up our damage to 4807 with the Book of Belial. And then we just go ahead and fly off to the next floor. Now, we're raising our damage exponentially with Book of Belial, and that's exactly what we were focused on when we saw the item. Now, as you can see, we're able to then just arc our shots toward our enemies. Depending if there's like a fist or something, will then also determine if it knocks them back or not. That is based off of your luck stat. So that is the little green leaf at the left of the screen. You can also preview the timer for the speed challenge as well. You can notice that it is going to highlight red, showing you don't have a lot of time. 2 of clubs. We also got the Mom's Bra item, which we don't really waste our time picking up. I do believe there is a mom transformation as well, but I figured that I don't really think I had that in mind. I was mainly focused on getting the item, the item from the item room, and then obviously proceeding on to the next boss, which we fight Peep again. We obviously them very quickly. Sacred Heart is also following up, 48.07 damage. Another damage upgrade, and Holy Mantle to also top it off. If the run wasn't strong enough, and then we also get 4 Soul Hearts from the Angel Room. So we're completely steamrolling the run in the speed run. You certainly wanted speed. This is exactly what you're getting. That is very fun, to say the least.
Boy.
Now we have Curse of the Lost. We also see, like, you can notice that the shots are starting to follow the targets wherever it goes. So as you can see, we also are using our Holy Mantle to its fullest effect, because we're starting to try to fly through rooms very quickly. Inevitably want to use that to our advantage. Now, we haven't even wasted time checking shops, as I figured I didn't really have enough coins anyway. So I had just decided to skip going to the shop, go to the item room instead, grab that, and then proceed to the boss room. Because we're only holding on to about 11 cents, and we don't want to waste too much time trying to collect coins for items in the item shop. Now, as you can see, we're basically clearing rooms very quickly. We have like very high damage at a 26.71 damage, which is very, very high, and pretty much the best case scenario. And thankfully we had Holy Man, so we also get a health upgrade from stem cells. Very good. And apparently a little bit of a tears up, or I don't know what stat that is. I guess it must be some kind of like shot speed up or something like that, because some passive items like that do give health can also give a couple of extra stats depending on, you know, what it may be. It might give you like an extra stat. And then we got a health up pill. Very nice. And then we just continue on. And obviously we also have what do you call it? The follower there. I think it's like a little chub or something like that. Who's also just dropping like has a chance to drop like hearts at the end of a room and stuff like that. Which is completely fine. I think it would be very useful for a different run. We now are at a 49.34 damage with the homing shots. And the damage up from Sacred Heart, and the splashes just kind of spreading out and hitting multiple targets. We also get Pageant Boy to give us a bit of a damage boost. Now, I believe it opened up the boss rush, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to finish boss rush because of the fact that you have a very limited amount of time to complete the run. So you don't want to waste extra time on something like boss rush. Obviously, if it was a regular run, you would want to, especially if you wanted to get the unlocks for different items. Now, obviously, that's why we're doing challenges to unlock things like cards and other things like that to add to the pickups, pools, and stuff like that. Now, as you can see, the knockback is kicking in there. They kind of fly into the walls and take extra damage when you hit them with the fist from knockout drops. Now, as you're gonna see here, we're pretty much it's pretty much a god run, right? Clearing out the rooms very rapidly, very quickly. We found the boss, and had accidentally activated my what do you call it? Book of Belial, which was very fun, to say the least. I thought that was just like honestly hilarious because I didn't plan on doing that at all. Okay, on to the next. And I figured I was already at the end of the run, and we were just clearing, man. Normally, like I would say, the trinket for duct tape, very good in certain circumstances. You just have to get a little bit lucky. I will say, knockout drops, a very funny just add-on, like a very funny item to have with like Hemolacria, because it does potentially like knock them around. Now, this enemy in particular was wasting a little bit of time, but thankfully we had plenty of time because we are clearing rooms so quickly. Holy Mantle also giving us some nice value as well. Now, I activated that just to see what it would do. It didn't really do anything. Out of sheer curiosity, now I'm pretty sure that it will activate like a trap door to go to the next floor, but obviously we're not going to be able to do that, especially because this is like the end of the challenge, which is mainly to focus on taking out Mom's heart, you know, through the challenge. Obviously, definitely a great run, very fun. I will say a lot of the challenges in Isaac are very fun. Recommended for people who want to unlock new things, you know, regardless of how small. Definitely a really fun experience. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the video so far. We're about to walk into the fight here, which is going to be It Lives. We have a 49.34 damage. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video today. Hopefully you guys will hit the like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things, check the links to support the channel in the description. That being said, thank you all, and hopefully you'll stay tuned for the next Isaac video.